We are here ready to go. Hello, hello, Angel Powers. Boom, boom, boom. This is Angelica Ortiz, Angelica Empowers. Type 1 in the comments if you are alive, because it's a blessing to be alive. I've been sick for I don't know how many days. And when I get more energy, I'm here with you. I'm giving you all, because that's me. And you better type 1 in the comments if you are alive. It's a blessing. And if you're not sick, if you don't have chronic pain, you're super blessed. Okay? So type 1 in the comments if you are alive. And drop in the comments your city, your state, your country, because I am in Asheville, North Carolina. I love the mountains. I love this weather. And it's getting warmer. And I'm from Cali, Colombia, the real South. I'm from South America. That's why I have this accent. And we're going to talk about domestic violence. And I'm going to give you my point of view, because I had some issues with some followers. And they unfriend me because of the post that I did about domestic violence. So you can go on my Facebook. I'm not sure if I did it on Instagram, but on my Facebook it is. So Clapper, TikTok, YouTube, go to Facebook and see my post about domestic violence. Thank you so much for all the people who are here with me. I love you. And if you follow me, you know I was sick on and off, and now I'm here. Waterloo, Iowa. Woo, woo! You're here, Jaylin. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Julie, Harmony, James, Joseph, thank you for being here. All the people, Black Cow something, Instagram, Clapper. I'm here at Clapper too, and YouTube. This is fantastic. I love technology. So this is my experience with domestic violence, okay? Not with me, not in this body, not anything. Like, I have an amazing husband. We're being married. It's gonna be 22 years in September, and he's the best at the best at the best at the best husband I can ask for. I am blessed with my marriage. I'm blessed with this man in my life. But domestic violence touched my family. Okay, so when someone talks about domestic violence, and they have like domestic violence help only for certain people but not for the other one, is like, no, 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 you cannot be in my life. So I did a post because I have friends, I have acquaintances, I have people in social media that they reach out to me and they say, I'm in a domestic violence relationship, I don't know what to do. Okay, so that touched me. So that's why I'm here to tell you what I know about domestic violence. So I post about domestic violence. There's a resource, and a website for help. There's a phone number for help. And also because a lot of women, they come from another countries and they don't know they can receive help. And it is so sad because a lot of men, they go to other countries and they say, I love you, let's get married, I'm going to bring you to my country, and we're going to be, we're going to have a family, and I'm going to love you, and we're going to have kids. And they paint all this beautiful life, and these women believe in them. So, and I have 2 stories that I'm going to share. So I post this and I say, if you are undocumented, you still have rights. You have help. At the beginning, when I learned this information, I was like, what? United States of America is going to help someone that doesn't, they're not a US citizen, that they are from another country. They're going to protect that woman. I was like, wow, that is beautiful. That is beautiful, because I know a lot of women, they're here in this country with lies, a lot of lies, and they don't know that they have rights. Why? Because their partner are saying, oh, you don't have documents. If you go to the police, they're gonna deport you. So you better stay silent and live with me, because I'm going to give you a better life than if you are in your country. And if you go to the police, you're gonna go to jail because you don't have documents. They play those games in their brains. So I met a lady. I was in school. I was late. Oh my God, you're lefty? I don't know. What's that? Shelly. I'm not from this country, so there's some things that you guys say and I don't understand. So I met this lady. We were learning English as a second language. So we were going to school. And then, we start sharing our stories. And I'm not 100% sure if she was married to this guy, but he was in the military. He had a high rank. And one time she invited us, like two friends, to her house, and I think we had some snacks and we talked, and maybe we did some yoga. And she said, um, because she was walking to school, the school was close to her house, so she was walking. And I was like, why you don't have a car? It's like, no, my husband says that he doesn't have money to buy a car, and then he doesn't have time to teach me how to drive. Do you agree with the way they're teaching our children in USA? I don't have kids, one for that reason. And if I have kids, I will teach my kids. I will be homeschooling my kids. I won't take them to a school system. No. I wanted to be a teacher in Spanish, teaching Spanish. And thank God they never hire me because I will be in jail because I don't like the school system. That's another topic to talk. So this lady said, like, no, he doesn't have money to buy me a car. He doesn't have time to teach me how to drive. And she said, he doesn't have money either, to start the process for me to be a legal U.S. citizen. And I was like, he has a big rank. He has a big check. Don't tell me he doesn't have any money. So right there, maybe he was not hitting her. I don't know. I don't know about that. But he was like trying to keep her at home without the resources. And I was like, that's not right. Okay. So that's one thing. And then I learned from another person that domestic violence could be if your spouse doesn't take you to the hospital because maybe you're sick because there's something going on at home because of the stress. So if he takes her to the hospital, they're gonna ask her questions about what's going on, at home, why you're so stressed. Maybe she has some marks, maybe she can sleep, and they're gonna ask questions. And if you deal with domestic violence, when you start talking to a woman, I can sense domestic violence, darling. I can sense that because I live with a person with domestic violence in my family. So there are clues that women have when they live in domestic violence. Maybe you don't want to pay attention, but I pay attention. So I didn't know that part of domestic violence is not taking your spouse to the hospital to go to the doctor. Could be not something like the person is dying. It's like I need to go to the doctor for checkups. I'm not feeling well, or you need to have your mammogram and all that thing. But the husband is like, no, you can't go, or I don't have time. No, or I don't have the money. So that's part of domestic violence, and I didn't know that part. That not taking that person to the hospital is domestic violence. I was like, wow, unbelievable. Thank you so much for all the hearts, the interaction. Sharing is caring. The borders are open. I don't follow the news, so I don't know. In bars, they have signs that say, if you're in danger, go to the bartender and say, I want a rummy drink. And the bartender, yes, that's right. I have seen those signs in the bathroom and I love them. I have seen the ones that it says, like, give me an angel drink kind of thing. Like me, I'm extra. So that's why some people can take me. Okay. So this lady who was not happy with my post, she said, oh, you're so open, like so liberal, blah blah blah. I'm gonna unfriend you because my clapper was going down. Because for her, if you are undocumented, you can't receive help. So she unfriended me, but I what I did is block her. I don't want her in my life because I have values. Like I know my values. And when someone is not aligned to my values, they don't deserve my space. That's me. That's Angelica Ortiz. And when you are close to me, you know that I don't play. I don't play around. When you cross the line, my boundaries are higher. Like you're not in my space. So that person, for me, doesn't have a heart. Like having seen a woman in domestic violence, but oh, she's not a US citizen, so she doesn't deserve any help. So she deserves to live in domestic violence forever. For real? No, that's not me. And I'm about women. I'm about my queens. I protect my queens. Any color, any race, any religion, if you are or not US citizen. So that hurts me. So lady, I block you. That's a big favor. And I have black other people when they say, I don't want to see your face and my social media. I give you the gift. I block you. So I'm not gonna show up on your social media. So right now, if you don't want to see me anymore, you send me a private message and say, I don't want you in my life. I don't want to see your face. I don't want to see your posts. I don't want to see your videos because that bothers me. The way you think, the way you express things. That's fine. Because we're not aligned. I'm not gonna be the person for everyone. I know that. I know that. And I work on my mindset every day. So those bad messages, negative messages don't affect me. So I protect my energy. So I block you. So let me know, and I'll block you. I agree with you. Anybody deserves help if they are in domestic violence situation. Nobody deserves to die because I can't. Let me say if I could click more. I can't. My finger doesn't work. I can show all your message. I'm sorry, Jaylene. Thank you for being here and your participation. So for me, we have rights. We are humans, and it is impossible to say you don't have rights because you're not a U.S. citizen. So you can die with your kids at home because of domestic violence. And then I was working in a women's shelter, and then there was a lot of situations with domestic violence, and I'm like, no, 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 no. There are some stories like my husband or my boyfriend, my fiance, he was so nice, so good to me. Maybe you were a single mother and you have kids and he was good with my kids, but then something happened and domestic violence show up in their life. So that's why I'm telling you, don't let escalate any situation in your relationship. Like I have rules with my husband, like basic rules, like we're together at home, and let's say, sometimes you're closing the door, a cabinet door or your garage door, and you slam it because something happens, the wind, the air, something. We say, I'm sorry honey, it was an accident, to make sure we are on the same page, that is not treating me like, oh, I'm upset, I had a bad day at work and I'm going to slam the door. That's a rule in my house. No, you're not going to hit the door because you want to hit me because you're angry because something happened at work. No, 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 no. Not even the door you're going to hit. I have rules. Or raising the voice. No, we check, and that, like when we're upset or when we're discussing something, it's like, I think your voice is going on. Like, what's going on? Like, I'm here. We check that automatically. We have rules. And then it's the same thing if I'm talking to someone else. I'm like, I don't like the way you're talking to me, but I have rules with people. I have boundaries. I talk about boundaries yesterday. So it comes to domestic violence too. And I have another lady that I met and we were friends, like we were more together. A freaking smart woman. She speaks Spanish, French, and English, three languages. And she fell in love with this guy and he promised everything. And then again, he didn't want to do the paperwork for her to be a US citizen. Like, oh yeah, we got married, come to United States, I love you. And they were living in a small apartment. And because of course she's so smart, she was like, help me with the paperwork so I can get a job. And he was like, no, I don't have money. No, I can't. No, you're gonna leave me for another guy, blah 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 blah. And she even told me that she was on her knees imploring him to sign up the paperwork, to start the process for her to get a green card. That's the name, green card. To be legalized so she can get a social security number, so she can get a job. But he was scared. No, you're going to leave me for another person, for another guy. So you see, that's domestic violence. Like, I'm going to keep you here in the house and you're not going to get a job. You're not going to drive. You're not going to have a driver license. No, you can't, because I want you to be in my little jail in the house. How many times you hear stories like, when my husband goes to work, he locked me down in the house. Like, I can't go out. He locked me in the house. I hear those stories even in Colombia. Like, this woman is so pretty and he gets married with this old guy, and the old guy gives her, the nice clothes, nice shoes, the liposuction, the boobs, everything. But they live in jail. They live in the house and they can't leave the house if it is not with the husband. So that's kind of domestic violence. But I agree with that, because you're giving me money and you're giving me all the surgeries that I want to be pretty, but I live in jail. That's another story of domestic violence, that I agree with that person. Yeah, treat me like this. I'm a princess. I have everything at home and I have, my perfect body, but I can't go out by myself because you're very insecure that I'm going to leave you for another person. So my friend, I don't know how this guy listened to her finally, and she was able to do her paperwork, and she started working, and she started making money, and they were now living in a house, and she bought nice furniture because he was not good with money. And of course, I was not happy with him at all. He was not a good husband. She's an amazing woman. And when she finally realized, like, I can't do anything else with this guy, because she's a woman of faith. She's a woman, like, I married this guy because I love him and I'm gonna fight for my marriage. And then she realized, no, he doesn't love me. And when she called me and she said, you're the first person that I'm telling you this. And when she said, I filed the divorce papers, I was so happy, so happy, so happy for her. And she knew that I was not happy with her marriage, because she was not happy. That was not the guy for her. So I want you just to tell you, there's so many ways for domestic violence. And if you know someone who is undocumented, that doesn't have US citizen, that person is protected by United States of America, because there's so many people that they don't know. Because I know people that come with a guy, they married and they made the promises. I'm gonna love you, bring your kids, I'm gonna help you, we're gonna build, this beautiful family, I have a house. And they're like, now you are in my country, You don't know the language, you don't know how to drive, you don't have family. I owe you. And you're going to do everything that I want. And that's not fair. That's not fair. So let me know. Let me know here publicly or in a private message if you still want to be my friend on social media. If you don't want to be my friend because you don't like my topics, you don't like my point of view, the way I defend my queens, you could say, Angelica, I don't want you in my life. And then I block you. That would be a favor for both of us because I want to keep my energy flowing on my social media. I want to attract my people. I want to attract my queens because together we are stronger, because together we go farther. And what's going on? Just that you had to watch my story, darling, and you will know what's going on. Um, because if you know me, if you follow me, if you know me from real life, I love to help people, and because I study a lot, I go to seminars. My coach is a multimillionaire, so I learn every single day. Now I'm learning, like for real, that I can't help anyone, that I can attract every person in the world. So right now I'm focusing and my brand, my beliefs, and my values. So when I'm focused on that, I'm going to attract my people. And then I'm going to put away the people who are not aligned with my values. And that way I get stronger with my message. I get together with the people aligned with my values. So we can change the world. We can, fix more crowns with my coins. But I'm not going to let anyone to come to my social media and put like dirt. No way. So if you want to know what's going on, go to my stories and you will see I put a screenshot of the message that this lady said about my domestic violence post. So go and for TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Clapper, go to my Facebook and you will read my post about domestic violence. You can share the post, you can share everything you find on my social media. And then you will go to my stories and see what the lady said about women without documents, without a US citizen, and in domestic violence. For her, those women don't deserve help. And I'm like, and you're a woman? You don't have a heart. You don't have a heart. So I don't want people without a heart in my life. I'm sorry. And I pray for that lady that one day she realized that she's making a huge mistake. Because for me, people are people. We all deserve better. We all deserve having rights anywhere in the world. Okay? So, and I feel better and I love to do this. This coming live gives me life. Like, and if you see another post, I'm being sick since Saturday. And enough. I'm being sick. I'm in bed. I'm having just ibuprofen. That's the medicine that I take when I'm in pain. That's it. And I know my different pains, if it works with medicine or no. Like my shoulders, my frozen shoulder are not giving me anything extra. It's my neck that I already had neck issues since 2014. So neck issues goes up to my jaw, and then I have a headache. Thank God it's not going through a migraine. So that's why I haven't been so active in social media. Domestic violence, gave me the power to be here and talking about it. And because domestic violence touched my family, touched my aunt. And let me tell you, like I know women, they are so afraid to say something, to move out of the house. But I'm telling you, as soon as you are like one step away, when you call the police, when you move to a shelter, when you move to your best friend house, that person don't have more power in you, because now they're like, oh, she speak up, oh, now she has like people protecting her. And that happened with my aunt. When she was in my house, she was in my empire. Like, no one is gonna touch my people. No one is gonna touch my aunt. So, who you have in your life that you can help, that you have that power to protect that person. So when that husband come to your house, that person's like, and I'm not gonna touch Angelica and Rosenberg. Huh. They don't play around. Huh. They will call the police. Huh. They have, you know, people. So who you can help, who you can share this video, who, if you go to my post and share that domestic violence post, maybe it's not, share that post to your friend, but maybe it's just in your social media, so your friend can see, oh, there's a that org website that I can go and read. Oh, there's a phone number. Oh, I'm not a US citizen, but I can receive help. Oh, I didn't know that domestic violence is like my husband not taking me to the doctor. Wow. There's so many things that people don't know. And I'm here to share what I learn every single day. That's my promise. That's my promise. I will share and share and share everything that I learn. And I'm here for you, my queens. I'm here for my queens. Okay, so I'm gonna take a shower because I haven't showered yet. I'm in pajamas. Oh, I'm being in bed and enough and enough. But I feel amazing now. I'm gonna finish my ketos and I'm gonna do some TikToks, probably talking about domestic violence. So thank you so much for your support. I love you, for your messages, for your hearts, for your shares, for being with me. And I love you. I love you. I love you. So this is Angelica Ortiz with Angelica Empowers. Ciao, ciao, ciao. My Facebook. Let's see. This is YouTube. Bye, YouTube. Instagram.